you ever have to bring in an expert to calculate the value of somebody's future work potential?
Absolutely, positively. Okay, we have vocational experts who can determine somebody's and look, we like people to get better. Okay, we like, if they're hurt, we want them to get better. But sometimes people don't get better, and disability can last a lifetime, and it can affect their earning capacity for the rest of their earning lifetime. Okay, and so we have experts that we bring in, both vocational experts, that is to determine how is this person's earning capacity or their physical ability to do jobs diminished, and then an economic expert who will actually do the math on that and figure out, okay, not just, okay, the next 30 years or whatever the person's remaining working life is, but also they account for inflation, interest, and increase in pay over the years, and excelling in your job, and your earning capacity. So we have experts to talk about those types of things as well. That is not just the past earning loss, but the future as well.
It's good that you have access to such great experts, but they sound expensive. Who would pay for such experts?
They are expensive, but they're well worth the money. If someone has a catastrophic injury that's going to cause them a lifetime of lost income. But my law firm has relationships with such experts, and we rely on them, and we actually retain them, and we pay their fees so that we can fully pursue somebody's damages. So we take care of the cost up front of those experts. And just one more thing under the category of economic loss, and then we'll talk about the other category, main category, which is non-economic loss. But there could be a potential of somebody needing, not just I'm not earning as much in the future, but maybe I'm going to have medical expenses in the future and other needs throughout my life. We hire what's called a life care planner who can evaluate those types of things as well. That is, certain needs the person's going to have because of their injuries in the future, to include medical expenses and things like that down the road. So we also, and that type of expert we call a life care planner, and we also have relationships with people like that, and we will pay their fees up front. So that takes care of broadly economic loss. Again, the things you can add up with a calculator. And then the other main category is non-economic loss. Those are the more intangible things that don't have specific value. Okay, if you need an MRI costs X number of dollars, but my pain and suffering is something much more intangible. And the way
how do you calculate that?
It's very difficult. And the way the law works in Ohio is, if somebody's got an injury, it's how that injury affects that specific person. It's not how it would have affected me or somebody else or anybody else, but how was our particular injury victim, my client, affected? How did they experience the pain? What did it mean to them? How was their life affected? So it's very individualistic, okay? And we need to make sure that we stress that when we're arguing these cases to a jury or negotiating with an insurance company, so that they fully understand how our client's life was affected. Insurance companies tend to be very cold and analytical, and they think everybody is the same. But we have to stress to them that different people are affected in different ways. So you have pain and suffering that affects somebody. Obviously, if you're living with pain, then that's going to affect your life, okay? You can also have disability that will fall under non-economic. If my leg is injured and I have to limp around for the rest of my life, that's going to affect me and my ability to do things that I like to do. It's going to affect me for the rest of my life. It's going to affect me when I want to do things in my retirement years. And we have to think of all of that stuff and make sure that it's all accounted for. Okay. Now, obviously, again, we want people to get better, and most people, you get hurt, you have a period of pain and maybe some physical limitation that lasts for a while, and then you get better. And we want to account for the non-economic loss during that time. But if it lasts on for a lifetime, then we need doctors to tell us, and we hire these experts as well, to tell us this is the person's injury. They are going to experience pain. They are going to have physical limitations. And we even hired doctors who can do what we call an impairment rating, and that's very specific in the law and in medicine, where they determine a percentage of disability of bodily disability that a person might suffer, and it's done with very specific guidelines with the American Medical Association.
Right.
And so we get experts to help us understand the amount of disability that somebody's going to have. And again, it's my pain that I'm going through, it's my disability that I'm going through, but it's also how it's affected my life, what it prevents me from doing. What did I like to do before? Was I a runner and now I can't run?
Of course.
Did I like to go hiking? Now I can't hike. I mean, and those are just like examples. It could be anything in any way that your life is affected. And I always like to tell my clients, you know what? We always tend to focus on the fun things that you like to do, but what about the not so much fun things that you're not able to do? You're not able to clean your house. You're not able to mow your lawn. You're
Right.
not able to do, you know, things that you need to do that we all do in our normal everyday lives that are affected by these injuries
Absolutely,
put
yeah.
upon you by somebody else's negligence.
That's why you want to have an attorney like Kevin Attkisson on your side when filing a claim for personal injury case in the state of Ohio. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Until next time, Kevin, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Good day.
Absolutely. Thank you.